Hey y'all, welcome back to Prepping the Truth. I'm Jeff, her husband, and my channel Storm of Truth. And before we begin, I'd love for you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to let you go ahead and have time enough to do it. Okay, thank you so much. I surely appreciate you doing that. I'm trying to grow her channel before she comes back over 4,000. That's my goal. She's real close to it, and I surely would appreciate you doing that. We're going to talk about all these spices. And before we begin, I want to tell you what's going on here. I know y'all know my wife's been having some health problems. Well, Hannah, that's my 5-year-old daughter, and Faith, that's my 8-year-old daughter, and my wife just got back from the doctor just a little while ago, and they've got a major sinus infection. Sasha had to have a shot in her hip, or 2 shots in her hip. She had a steroid and an antibiotic. Plus, they got prescriptions, and Faith and Hannah got all the prescriptions and of antibiotics, plus they got cough syrup. But I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all something. I don't have no symptoms whatsoever and everything else, which I got to give all the credit to God and everything, but I firmly believe it's these spices right here on that, which God made all these herbs and spices and everything. I've got a bunch of herbs and spices and everything else out here. But I've been eating thyme and onion powder and garlic powder and oregano, and let me see what else I see, and one more. Oh yeah, I've been putting like a little bit of cayenne pepper too on all of my foods, every meal I eat. And sometimes I do different spices too. I like all different spices. And I have not got one symptom in this entire world, and they've got it pretty bad right now. Their noses is totally stopped up, and they're coughing and everything else. And I've been sneezing on everything by Hannah, and I still haven't come down with it so far. So I was going to give you a heads up. I firmly believe this right here, which I don't firmly believe. I know they'll jack your immunity up, plus make your health a lot better. They've got so many vitamins and nutrients in there, and antioxidants. It's unbelievable. Just like that cilantro leaves. That cilantro, a lot of people knows this and a lot of people don't. That stuff is good with heavy metals and stuff like that. But every one of them right there, you can mix it with them, whatever you want to do or whatever. The only one I don't like, which is really not a spice, is parsley flakes. That right there, I cannot handle the taste of parsley whatsoever. I can eat it for health, but that right there to me is one of the worstest tasting food on this planet that I've ever tasted. Is parsley. The taste of it just, it's just rough for me to get down. But I was going to tell you about that little story, and I think it's because this right here's got my immunity and everything jacked up. But there's ground ginger, parsley, let me go ahead, ground cumin, thyme, ground sage, ground ginger, cilantro leaves, thyme, oregano, more thyme, onion powder, cayenne, and that's good for circulation and everything. If somebody's a diabetic or maybe having some heart problems, that is super good for any kind of circulation. Especially if your gut and you can handle hot and spicy stuff, be sure and eat that stuff, son. Put a little bit on your food. There's more thyme, curry powder, ground nutmeg, ground sage, garlic powder. That's one I was going to show you a while ago. Which I eat garlic the raw. A lot of times I'll just take garlic cloves and break them up and more or less activate it. The allicin in there, you can more or less like damage the garlic, and that's what activates it, makes it stronger for your health properties. And let it like sit for a minute or two. After you damage the garlic or mash it, crush it, whatever you want to do, then it'll be more healthier for you instead of just eating it right off the bulb. Celery seed, that's something else that does not taste good to me. But a lot of people, for their blood pressure, it really helps them. More cayenne pepper. And that's ground annatto. More oregano. And that is ground allspice. Cinnamon. Ground ginger. That's more onion powder. And white sesame seed. I just threw that right here. Parsley. And that's paprika. That's good to cook in, you know. I know all y'all women and men knows that. I got this spice rack too, and it's got rosemary and everything else you can think on there. A bunch of kinds of basil, caraway seeds, coriander. And I got a bunch more in the cabinets. I've done showed this before, but I've got tons more in cabinets and stuff that I hadn't showed you. Plus, I've got tinctures too that I've made out of herbs and everything that we picked. We made our own herbal tinctures because I believe in them and I know they'll help your health. And it's just all you gotta do is just sprinkle a little bit on your food, and it'll just jack your immunity up. Especially this time of year, the season we're going in. The colder it gets, you need that immunity up. But I thought I'd share with all these because they're still real cheap even at Dollar Tree. They're just $1, and they'll last a while too. And our health's the most important thing. But I believe the girls and Sasha will be soon pretty well because they didn't let go far. They went to the doctor because their nose was totally stopped up. I knew right then. I knew it was either sinusitis or a sinus infection. So thank y'all so much for watching, and y'all have a great day.